Okay, fine. Sir Francis Drake is British.
Yep.
Oh boy,
and I would.
Yes, you were saying?
I was about to say I would do an attempt at a British accent, but apparently every time I do an accent, Mad Sears bleed.
Also, I love the idea of Sully
excuse me.
doing. I love the idea of Sully doing nothing to help and is just shining that light on Drake like it's a spotlight. Like, you got it, kid.
Sully is like fucking 60. I don't think he can do these stunts.
And yet
He's awesome.
he's still rummaging around these ruins with us. For all we know, he could end up breaking his back.
There we go.
Real quick, you make the argument about, like, he's 60 years old. There's no way he can do all this great physical stunts. Hey, yeah, Iroh would like a word with you.
Yeah, but Iroh is like that's in a fantasy series. This is supposed to be at least somewhat grounded in reality. We'll get to that later.
Do you think Mr. McGonagall could do? Do you think Mr. McGonagall could do a good Iroh?
Ragongo, he has the rasp for it. I'm not sure if he can nail the accent.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
I think Baldwin can.
Yeah, well, Baldwin is pretty much the go-to Mako impersonator. I mean, that's why they got him to voice Aku in Samurai Jack Season 5.
Yeah.
And hey, bless his heart for doing so.
Oh yeah.
And you can tell he definitely has a lot of fun with it. Like, you can tell just by checking out his YouTube account, which he actually does have a YouTube account. He has he makes like a bunch of Aku-related videos. And yes, in every one of them, at one point he quotes that line.
Yeah, the classic. Have you guys... Oh, nuts, a puzzle room. Have you guys ever... I'm actually curious what your guys' opinion of it is. I still need to watch the most recent video. Have you guys ever seen Jablinski Games?
I'm not.
Do you know what it is? Okay, so Jablinski Games...
recognize these symbols.
Oh, by the way, the symbols, this is a puzzle. The puzzle basically asks that I push them into this order. So the cog in the upper left, the man in the lower right, the spider in the lower left, and then the face on the upper right. And we just have to push them in that order. So let's do that. But so Jablinski Games, it was announced. Here's the cog. It was announced a little while ago, like last year, I want to say, and
I'm pretty sure it was around December or maybe January.
that a big post was made. That a big post was made, and Jablinski Games is a up-and-coming Let's Player. It's this amazing thing. I love the idea of, like, if you really look at the first 5 or 6 videos, it is... I love thinking the fact that I can say, yeah, Jablinski Games is my favorite Let's Player that has never done a Let's Play.
Yeah,
But Jablinski Games.
He's an up-and-coming Let's Player, you know, that nobody has really heard of. He was just in a movie called School of Rock and Kung Fu Panda and Tenacious
That's
D.
what his channel's called.
Yep,
that is correct. Jack Black has a YouTube channel doing game stuff and talking about his life. It's also been kind of a vlog channel. So it's really been more of a vlog channel sorts, where like he's been showing him in his day-to-day life with his sons. He's been a lot of people like myself are theorizing that he's also doing this as a way to really bond and connect with his sons.
Aww.
And he's like, and he's being very wholesome about it and talking. Do not dive into that water, even though it looks inviting. Like I thought, use the ladder that they show you. Because at first I was like, oh gosh, a high dive.
Yeah.
Swan dive.
I mean,
Also,
Laura Croft would survive
while I
this,
check
but
it out.
Nathan Drake, nah.
Also, as I learned, this game is very, very picky with its checkpoints, and it is not afraid to, if I were to die right there, make me do the puzzle again.
Yeah, it's not fun.
Oh, there we go.
Is the second game better about its checkpoints?
It's better with its sequences, I think.
Yeah, like
Makes it a bit more fair.
Some of the puzzles are very hard. Okay, there is this one puzzle in like this Tibetan cathedral or something. Dear fucking God, I actually do hate that sequence. It is interesting, but there's so much to do, and if you fuck up once, you have to do the whole thing over again.
Ouch. Okay, cool. That'll make the dive a little safer.
Somewhere?
No sharp
Only a
rocks in the
little.
bottom. But anyway, so yeah, so
Alright,
Jablinski
slowly
Games-
jump!
Now I just imagine the camera right where I am right now. You just see his body fly through the gap for just a second.
Or actually,
Better
just
than worse.
he goes in and just like he does like hit the
fine,
I'm not
floor.
ready, I'm not ready, I'm not ready!
I hate diving like that where you're not totally not ready. Anyway, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I make the joke where it's like, he does dive in, he accidentally, like, you know, hurts himself in the water, but even in the water, he's like,
He's got to cuss. He's got to, and somehow you'll look underwater and he'll be smoking.
You know, I apologize.
Somehow,
but when you do a Sully impression, you still have to say "goddamn." I apologize.
I'm just laughing. Imagine him smoking underwater, and Drake's like,
don't ask questions you're not prepared for to answer to, kid.
So anyway,
you know, I'd be less worried about the fact that he has a cigar. He's trying to smoke a cigar underwater, and more so concerned that some of the contents of that cigar is probably going to taint the water.
And there's our key.
Of course, the lovable
because
red
it won't
barrels.
make the ground go out too.
The universal key. By the way, do not make anything explode less than 20 feet away from you.
Right.
So Nathan is not a good. Anyway, so Jablisky Games.
All right, hold on.
So Jablisky Games has been doing kind of a vlog thing, almost like he talks about like what it's like because they're shooting the Jumanji sequel already.
Yeah.
I've got this one.
I actually have not seen Welcome to the Jungle yet.
Okay, you should actually see Welcome to the Jungle. It is a really, actually damn good movie and funny too.
Okay. I just like the idea of Jack Black playing a Valley Girl playing Jack Black.
It's fucking hilarious. It is truly hilarious.
It sounds hilarious, and I remember seeing clips of it, and the clips I've seen are pretty good.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh boy. Like what? There you go. What I was about to say is that one thing I'm a little bit curious about, even though I've heard people give it kind of like, you know, meh impressions, I'm curious to check out the two Ghostbumps movies just to see both him as R.L. Stein and him as a what's the name of the puppet again?
Spanky. Or Slappy.
Oh, Spanky, because
Slappy.
Slappy, okay, because I've been told that like his voice for him is actually like really entertaining.
Okay.
Hold on, you know what? I'm actually going to look this up.
Actually, while you're doing that,
Slappy.
problem.
The temple must have been built
Slappy, also problem.
What? A statue.
The big valuable thing that tells us where El Dorado is, it's not here.
A gold statue.
A huge gold statue.
Anyway,
And look here.
one
These
other thing
people,
I'll
they're
mention
worshiping the
regarding
damn thing.
Slappy.
At least I think they're people.
When I was at the forum for Behind the Voice Actors, they were speculating like, you know,
the Golden Man.
actors to
Sully,
play certain
it wasn't a
characters.
city
Someone
of gold.
suggested the
It
idea
was
of
this.
basically
It
taking
was a
that
golden
Slappy
idol.
performance and use it for
Can you
a concept
imagine what
of
that
Jack
thing
Black
would be
as the
worth now?
Joker.
Look over here. Tracks.
Actually, okay.
I bet the
Here's
Spanish
one,
dragged it out on
thing
cut
to-
logs.
Ah, they stole it.
Crud.
We're 400 years late for this party.
So the trail's cold.
Yeah, it looks that way.
Son of a bitch.
Now, what were you trying to say, Matt?
Alright,
Unless-
so,
Unless what?
one thing about,
We follow the
so
tracks.
random, actually, thing about voice actors that is pissing me off. So Netflix is going to be putting Evangelion, and not an adaptation, but the original Evangelion anime onto their streaming service.
Oh, will it have the funny dub with the credits riffing at the end?
No. They are redubbing the whole thing.
What?
Yep.
That
And
was
here-
so funny at the end, though. It's like,
Yeah.
Are there any answers? I'm what?
Alright, I am on a big
stop
blue
here.
ball. Where the
Back
fuck
wall,
am I
temple's
supposed to
blown
go?
Oh my god,
those
the
must have
movie
made themselves
better
a
explain
treasure
this.
But here's...
Now what?
Sorry, you're saying?
Oh,
Actually,
right,
real quick.
Go ahead.
Oh, fresh air at last.
And Sully's like, fresh air, finally. Smokes again.
He does!
He would.
Also, one thing I'll show is that if you go through optional paths, you can collect little treasures that do nothing but give you
And
a
here's
cute
a
little
fun
goodie.
fact. One of the...
No, not yet. No, don't get to that because I will find it. I will find it.
There's
Okay,
a nice
good.
Easter egg treasure.
I'll find it in every game if I can.
Alright, anyway,
Anyway.
you were saying? Steve.
Yes, yeah.
Okay,
about
basically,
that,
like, you're
something
talking about how,
weird?
like, oh, they're redubbing the entire anime. Maybe it's just... This might be a bit of a pessimistic assumption,
something
but
you don't
is
see.
it because of a certain actor? Or was he not even in the dub?
He's not even in the
I don't
dub.
think he was. Yeah, no, he wasn't.
Yeah.
But one thing is that you will no longer be able to hear Eddie's voice actor in it.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
right.
none of the voice actors are apparently coming back, which disappoints me because they could easily reuse the rebuild of Evangelion franchise's voice actors, like John Swayze as.
How the heck did a German U-boat get all the way up here?
Wait.
Good question.
Something about this feels kind of hinky.
Also, just real quick, you say that like you can just bring back the actors. You can't bring back Eddie's actor because he's technically retired.
I'm being serious.
Yeah.
No,
Actually, you know what? Can I bring up something real quick that I discovered recently?
Check it out myself.
Apparently, at one point in his life, Eddie's actor, I
right.
can't remember
You
his
do
name,
that.
but he voiced a Mega Man
wait.
character once.
Yep.
Hold on to this
no,
for me, will you?
It's a Canadian
Okay.
thing. Like a lot of
Looks like I'm gonna have to do this the hard way.
voice actors seem to be in the same kind of thing. Like, all right, I'm not a fan of this franchise, but the fucking My Little Pony show, the recent one coming out, the character of Luna, who is a princess, and also Rarity, are voiced by Tabitha St. Germain, who is also Roberta in the English dub of Black Lagoon. One of the most badass characters ever.
Oh no, Revy's so much cooler though.
Revy is cool, but Roberta is just like, you touch my master, I will kill you.
Fair.
But yeah, no,
So, in any case, real quick before I forget now, then we're talking about all this voice acting stuff. So, Jablinski Games, he's been doing... Now, the joke is that almost every part he's been starting off with, we can't get the Elgato working, we can't get this working, we can't... Like, it's gone to a point where, like, I was almost thinking, like, that was the huge joke. I thought he fooled us by saying it was going to be about games, that it was just always just going to be a vlog thing. But no, he actually has been doing some game stuff. But, yeah, for a while, it was just like... No games. Let's check this out, and they would go to other places, show off classic games, and but then actually some cool things he did that I was actually genuinely excited to see was he actually would get some of the actors and some of his friends to play games with him for a little bit while they were like in the green room in their trailer, just hanging out on the set of Jumanji. So he got Nebula's actress. I forget her name.
Karen
But
Gillan.
she plays Karen Gillan, which I never knew. She has a thick Scottish accent.
Karen Gillan.
Oh,
She
wait a
plays
minute, Nebula?
Karen Gillan. Yes. He just said that.
Yeah,
Okay,
but yeah,
it kind of cut off when he said that.
But yeah, she plays Nebula in Avengers.
Go to
like,
the
she
right!
does-
Ah, you missed it.
I'm going to the right.
Good.
I figured it out, dude. I've been in my.
It's
I,
like,
I
he
will-
has a walkthrough right next to him or something.
I do not have a walkthrough. I genuinely do not. I will miss treasures. I will get the cool treasure, but I will miss treasures. I'm not going for all these.
What kind of fucking hairdo is this?
I think
it's a
Yzma.
helmet.
I think Yzma was rocking it.
Was it his? What? No. Was it his magic helmet?
No, I call it the Hella.
Ah, that's cute. But yeah, no. So I will not go for every treasure, man. So just know I'm not an expert at this game. I just have fun with it. But in any case, he had Nebula's voice actress on the show. Not voice actress. Nebula's actress, and she actually mentioned that one of her favorite games to play was Crash Bandicoot. So they played Crash Insane.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And while doing that, he would interview her, and they were talking. Like, it was a cool thing. I know there was one other game that someone was playing with him. Anyway, I will say the next big thing that he's been doing, which I adore, and I'm so glad he started doing, is he is actually doing some sort of a Let's Play, I think, and the game he's doing, Brutal Legend.
Of course he fucking is. Of course.
So many people,
You know he would've-
requested it,
Yeah, I was about to say, he was going to do it eventually, and you know it.
Yeah,
and I'm so happy he's doing it.
I want a Brutal Legend sequel, or at least it ported to Switch. I fucking love Brutal Legend.
It's on Steam.
I can't get it to fucking work on Steam for some reason.
Sorry,
Well,
go ahead.
all I'll say
Sorry,
is
go
that,
ahead.
given how Devilland fast we're getting ports, give it 2 years.
That is
Yeah.
true.
Alright.
Freaking if freaking like Voodoo Vince got a port that I wasn't expecting, I'm sure we'll get something.
If both the Blob games got a port.
Anyway, really quick, back to that Evangelion thing. Yeah, apparently none of the actors were asked to come back, and even when the actors asked if they could audition, they're like, "Oh yeah, sure, you can audition." After the audition period was already over,
Blood everywhere.
and one of the actresses, I think it's the one for Asuka, maybe, literally goes, "I wouldn't be surprised if they threw out our auditions immediately after."
Aw. And then one other one other, I think the other actress that I saw on the show with him, her name is Aquafina, I think, or that's maybe her Instagram handle. What is she? Aquafina.
I thought that was a brand of water.
No, it's spelled weird. I'm trying to look up what her official name is. Also, oh dear good guy.
Hello.
Oh, you know what? I'm so sorry. Her actual name is Nora Lum.
Okay, question. Should I subscribe to this?
Yes, you should. It's like the video editing is actually really good. And it has a very nice, genuine feel and cool.
Plastic!
Don't drop them.
Huh. Now, where'd you get this, my decomposing friend?
We got ourselves a treasure.
And don't worry, folks. They don't pull a bait and switch and turn this to a zombie game.
Thank goodness.
No, they don't.
I think
They
the
get
trail
close,
just got
but-
warm again.
Anyway, moving on.
Well, I just met a guy
So
with
she,
pockets full of Spanish
okay, her name's
gold.
Aquafina. She was in
Only the coins
Ocean's
are stamped
8.
with a mint mark I've never seen before.
She played
Looks
in
like our
Crazy
German
Rich
friends had a little
Asians. She was
secret.
in Storks. She was in.
Oh wait, she is in Storks as who?
She was the Quail. All it says on Wikipedia is she's credited as Quail.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, there are a bunch of like really obscure side characters in that.
Yeah,
that
that's what I'm
are,
assuming.
That are flightless birds.
It's like the SpongeBob cast. Like, oh, you know Frank?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Shut up, Fred.
Fred, thank
By
you.
the way,
Anyway,
Storks is actually really fucking hilarious. You guys should.
I've heard it's actually really good. It has some fun
I
jokes.
know.
Anyway.
I do
Anyway,
need to see
Yeah,
it.
the villain is played by Kelsey Grammer, and he does a great job. Like, he crashes into this building with a giant construction equipment, and he just goes, "Oh hi."
Oh hi. Anyway, the
It's
last
just-
thing. The last thing is that Jablinski had Aquafina, aka Nora Lum, on the show, and they played Overcooked, and it also went pretty well. You get the feeling while you're watching that Jack Black isn't the best at modern games because he's been so busy being an actor. I can't blame him.
Hello, Captain Jack.
I'm in the captain's quarters.
I knew it.
Get this. He's still here.
What's that supposed to mean?
What do you think it's supposed to mean? He's dead.
Looks like he was killed.
Smells.
Ripped to shreds, actually.
Ripped to shreds.
Shred.
Oof, what a way to
Where's
go.
the
Yeah, sounds terrible.
Trust us.
Check
It's
his wallet.
low game Resi. It's totally there.
We're all
So
hearts,
I
son.
apologize, really quick.
Check his
Not going
wallet.
to reveal, but in
It's foreshadowing.
In the third game of this series, there is a little thing in the background that reveals that the fungus from that makes the zombies in The Last of Us are kind of connected to Uncharted.
2642.
Huh.
No, you'll see everywhere. Like,
Continuity.
and spoilers about that one Easter egg later.
2642.
All their games seem to be connected somehow.
Gotcha.
You'll see how later.
Kind of
Anywho,
sad when you think about it.
But hey,
Sully, you're not
we
gonna
just
believe
found
this.
ourselves a map.
Try me.
I think I found our missing page.
I just want to make a quick joke about like he's
Looks
saying
like
like all
Drake
these
and our
games are
German
connected.
pals were after the
So
same
you're
treasure.
saying that
And I get
there's
the
a
map that's gonna
good
lead us
chance
right to
that
it.
somewhere on The Last
This
of
better
Us
not be another
they
wild
could
goose
stumble
chase.
across
We're
Insanity
gonna get
Island.
something out of this trip, or
Concerning the fact
No,
that someone,
but you know,
I mean, considering the fact that Coco,
You
considering
there?
the fact this is one of Coco's favorite games we're playing.
Sullivan.
and yeah, this is one of Coco's favorite games, and also like later on, okay, I fucking love that in that. All right, so in the Insane Trilogy on a laptop, we see Coco watching a cutscene from Uncharted 4. That cutscene she is watching is Elena and Drake playing
What the-
the original Crash Bandicoot.
Oh,
Oh
shoot!
shit!
That's probably bad.
Yeah, we should probably move right now and get out of here.
Actually,
Run!
Run. Anyway, I want to ask real quick. I get the feeling that they did this, but I don't know with what. What did they use in the Switch version instead of Uncharted?
They used the Crash 1 intro.
Yes.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh shit!
Like the
Hello.
OG intro or the version for Insane?
Hey.
The insane version.
Hello, classic
Yours,
villain.
Sully?
Hello, classic I'm a villain guy.
Yeah, I
Gabriel
know who
Roth.
you are, asshole.
Manners, young man. This is just business.
Hello, obviously
Easy.
the villain
Put your
from the
hands
very
up.
first
they're up.
Indiana Jones movie.
And
Your
he's
friend owes me money, Mr. Drake.
Oh, and he's the
A
guy
lot of
who
money. So when he told
selling-
me that
owns
you
all
two
the
were onto
debt.
something, big.
But of course, in the next game, he goes to debt to another person, and then the next
how it
game
works.
goes
That's
debt
it.
to another person.
Let it be known, Tiso from the Bonds apparently owed so much in debt that getting the most rarest treasure in all of existence would have broken even.
Yeah.
Ow, Navarro, geez.
And you know, it's kind of a shame that Sick Treasure ended up not even existing.
He's
Also, here's the best part about this villain. He's British.
Unless, of course,
By the
they
way,
found
pretty much
something
every
there
single villain in this
to
series is
might
British.
compensate for all this.
It's like this
And
game's
his-
trying to subtly tell us, fuck the
He's
British.
screwing with you,
It's
mate.
sophisticated anyway.
Just give him a
Fine,
hand.
give him that.
Slowly.
Well, not
On it.
Steve, dog. I have fans in Britain.
Here,
There's the map.
take it.
Now he knows
I
where.
moved my nose in it.
have to do with El Dorado?
So great.
What, you think this is a coincidence? The Germans were after the same treasure. That map has something to do with it. So,
And there's
Square?
no way that you finding the treasure yourself will have any comeuppance on
Just in
yourself.
case you need a reminder.
Oh, hey,
come
whoa.
on.
Hey.
Don't you guys usually just
I don't
cut
know
off a
why.
finger or
I was
something?
half expecting him looking at the map and he goes,
No, I think this
What's
one
this
has
word
a bit
here?
more.
now whoa.
Map.
Come on, Roman. He's got nothing to do.
Oh, totally.
he's totally dead. He's never coming back.
Nope, forget the mobile game. Run. Oh yeah, that torpedo finally went
Oh,
off.
yeah.
Was that someone running alongside the top of it?
Oh yeah, he's dead.
Yeah,
No,
there's
people will die in this
Sounds like they
game.
would have known.
So-
By the way,
Oh, shoot.
Run!
Run. Okay, sorry for my insensitive laughter, but I had this gag in mind where it's like continuing off the thing of like him always smoking. He'd be like seeing Sully, are you okay? He turns over the body, and just as he turns him over, there's already a cigar in his mouth.
Damn
yeah,
it.
no, Sully being shot in this series is almost about as often as a princess being kidnapped by Bowser.
And we will join you on the next part where we will kill more dramatic tension.
Oh,
Bye, everybody.
till next time, guys.
Oh, the movie
Don't smoke,
better
kids.
fucking explain all this.